Very good morning to you, and thanks for joining us for the front page review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Nyamgul Agaji. I'm glad to welcome you to this program on the 12th day of May 2025. We bring you the front pages, we bring you the headlines, and then we expect you to lend your voice to the national discourse. Okay, to kickstart this program, we're going to join Rufai Hussaini to give us his thoughts on the headlines this morning before we come to you, our most important guest. Good morning and welcome to the program, Rufai.
Couple of things. Number one, President Tinubu is in Kenya. They're going to be talking more today. The events are going to start today. But the question is, somebody should tell President Macron that this is not 1850. This is not the time of petrol, where because noise was being made in a hall, you stopped the session, you came up, you said, everybody keep quiet, Headmaster Macron. And that's how you want to come and talk about African development and Africa forward. Anyway, I don't trust a lot of things these colonial masters come to tell us. It's just always about their selfish interests. It's just, I say colonial masters are like rats. You know what rats does, Yango? Will be biting your leg and be blowing
I'm blowing
you
you,
what
yeah.
they go. So when they bite our leg with economic deprivation, they will now blow our legs more with conferences and African forward investing in young people in Africa. Be deceiving people and be carrying people around in talk shops. If France and Macron loves Africa so much, the West African countries that are in bondage, that all their accounts are linked to France, they should let those countries be. They should make them stop spending CFR and have their own independent currencies. They will never do that.
Yeah,
They will never do that.
but we are handing ourselves over to them.
Yeah, because our leaders are daft. You see, our leaders are daft. Our leaders on the African continent. We are always in an economic cul-de-sac because we are always stealing. Look at the story that's making the rounds yesterday. Anyway, I have not seen anybody from the governor's run that came to deny it. They said over 800 billion. Eh?
Yeah.
Over 800 billion was what the governors were collecting from FAC to be able to spend for Tinubu's re-election. The Wheel newspaper reported it, not me. And they said that was why they fought the Progressive Governors Forum. Anyway, none of them have come out to say anything about that. But these are the things we are seeing.
Right.
Yesterday, I thought the journalist on television that had Governor Obasanjo was going to ask that question. He didn't ask that. You see, that's why they fear me. Was me, I will ask that question. I said the Win newspaper reported that it's because of money, 800 billion. It's for you to deny or not. But they've not come out to deny it. Just like you see what Nupeng is doing now. Nupeng is not coming out to say that NMPC, they are right on board with signing that MOU with that Chinese company. Is Nupeng not ashamed? Is this not the same Nupeng members that went to the refinery in 2004 and claimed the refinery was working and in good condition? So if the refinery is working, why do they need to sign a new MOU? You see, so even the labor bodies, even the so-called groups, the labor groups, have become, very double-mouthed, just for their own interest. I don't want to be seen fighting those on board. They don't stand for anything, no level of integrity, nothing. Nothing. That's the sad reality of the way the country works, young. The sad reality. Now they are talking everything. And hope they see now. You can see how President Tinubu has started playing another game now. My very good friend and brother Nuhu Ribad, hope he's seeing now. Now they've put special advisor on Homeland Security. What's the difference between National Security Advisor and Homeland Security? Tinubu don't carry them handicap again.
It's unfortunate. They.
So what he has just done is to use them to check Nuhu Ribad. He has opened up two reporting channels. We have never had, we know he's a national security advisor. And the president he now brought a military person as national security advisor. So are you saying that Nuhu is not good enough? Because it's two reporting channels. Eh? So you see the Palamo game they are playing, or the Pangpala. You remember the Pangpala game Fela used to play? And now we say, oh, lawyer, Pangpala, Pangpala ni, Pangpala, oh, lawyer, Pangpala, Pangpala ni, Pangpala, oh, lawyer, Pangpala, Pangpala ni.
This is a
Eh?
government that said they were going to reduce cost of governance and, reduce
No,
ministries
bloodshed
and all
cost
that.
of governance, dispensing responsibility everywhere. Since President Tinubu said that we are going to end the killing in just anyway, you will know that he didn't even care about them because he didn't care about them so much. He even go to the area where the killing happened. He was in the airport. He came to me. Since he said he's going to end the killing, 50 people have died.
It's almost
You
like
see,
on a daily basis.
Nigeria has now become so desensitized to insecurity that the military, they killed some people recently. They said they were trying to strike terrorists. They killed some people, accidental fire. They've denied it and they've moved. Nobody's taking responsibility. People are just being killed every day.
They said only two military men were killed.
Mm.
But that is a lie.
There's
Even
no
Mike Arnold
sense.
had come out to say over 30 something people were killed. And one of them,
Uh,
eventually, Rufai, is my cousin.
you
If
see,
you go
I'm
to
so
Mike
sorry about
Arnold's
your
page
loss.
right now, you see the number of people he said were killed. The photograph there is that of my cousin. He was not
I'm
mentioned
sorry.
among the two people that were killed.
I'm sorry. I'm
So,
sorry.
no, but
Yango.
this is a
I'm
reality of
sorry,
the fact
Nigeria.
that
Nigeria happened to you. It has happened to us
it has
many times
happened to me
now.
several times. 3 weeks
Several
ago,
times, Nigeria
three
happened.
weeks
It
ago,
happened.
my other cousin, a woman, just lost her husband to the same Boko Haram and all
You
that.
see,
So it's closer home than we even
it's
talk
closer home
about.
than ever. It will touch it. That's why I tell people in this world, Yango. I still put it on my Instagram car nuggets today. I say it is better you eat, drink Gary, eh? And drink Gary with dignity. That's what me I do every day. Oh. Than to eat shawarma by begging people. Because in the end, if it's every time you have to call Malu, brother, because you want to eat meat, the Malu self will respond to you and call you Mugu. Mugu. That adage is for all of those supporting evil in this government.
Yeah. And then they'll
Yeah.
tell
So,
you you have to stay neutral. It's difficult to stay neutral when you see
stay
that this
neutral when
thing
people are. In they
is
keep
real.
people. In they
It's
keep people stay neutral. Anybody that is saying stay neutral, the politician he's supporting is calling him Mugu. Who are the back?
neutrality and
It's
truth. If you place
we
them
and
side
God
by
that
side,
tell them.
neutrality can never
It's
win.
we and God that tell them the truth that they respect.
It's a terrible
It's we
thing.
that don't go to ask them for anything.
It's a
That
terrible
we
thing.
don't go to text them for anything. At least we don't ask for land in Abuja. I don't have house in Abuja. Eh? I'm staying in Mirent in Lagos. The only thing property I have are things I built for humanity. Library and healthcare center. The only property I have. Maybe apart from one 3-bedroom flat that I have tenants in that I inherited from my father in the village. That's the property I have. The property I have is what I built for humanity to use.
At the end of the day, how much do you need?
How much do you need, Yango?
Yeah,
Can you sleep in 2 rooms at a
how much
time?
do you need? It's once at a time.
Even as long as you have a good bed and you sleep on, do you even know where? Once you are gone, you are gone. Do you even know you are alive when you are asleep? Maybe the next morning when God in His infinite mercy, so you have to stand up. I still have your life to use. Then you stand up. So people that they don't even control where they are when they are asleep are acting God. They are behaving like God, and they think God will not ask them questions. Ah, that's why every morning when you wake up, I thank God though because He still deem me worthy that He still want to use me to do one thing because that's why He wake me up. If you say Rufai, you're not waking up, will I challenge you? Can I struggle? Can I negotiate with you?
Even the places you work will work more that day. It's not as if anything will
It's
halt.
not as if anything
No,
will just
they will work
do
more that
pata one
day,
day.
paying
You don't even
tributes and
know
all.
how
They
many
will work
talents
more.
it's people that love you that will just remember. And guess what? I tell people, in the next 10, 20 years, people that love you, that knew you, will start to die.
Yeah.
Except if they document you in history, they start to talk about you. Man, there's nothing to do there. So when I see people that have position and they can impact humanity, and God, why do you think I come on there and say, let us do that medical outreach for people in the OP? Because what we live the most is what we did for them.
Yeah.
That's why I named the station Voice of the People. If you know the vision behind my when we started, it should be a voice of the. That's why you see, Yango, the people can trust us today. Over 5 million listeners
Yeah.
are here now, blazing the trail of VOP. Because the essence of humanity is being the voice of the people.
Yeah.
We are not being this set up decision because we want to make big money. No, it's for advocate. People have problems. They come, they send it to resolve them. We help them resolve it. We donate money to them. We use our own money for our listeners. But as long as we can give the grassroots a better life, that's all that matters the most. Eh?
Anyway, let's go to
Uh,
politics. Atiku's Northern Ticket campaign faces resistance. Atiku Keyamo slammed NDC Southern Ticket, and then former Kano State Governor Abiokan
how
Soso
will Atiku and
dismissed
Keyamo
suggestion.
not slam NDC Southern ticket? It's so easy for Atiku. And let me give you historical antecedents. I even have Atiku's time today. My papa Atiku, good morning, sir. Let me take you back historically, 1979. 1979, there was a deliberate attempt at zoning. Deliberate attempt. MPN, what did they do? They chose the candidate from the east, Alex Ekweme, to balance the Shagari ticket. For all these people that are saying zoning and everything, when this guy, Awolowo, decided to use a Christian ticket, a Southern Christian ticket, Umiedi and Awolowo, all of them kicked against it. So for all of those that say, oh, we want a country where there's competence and everything, what did they do when Awolowo used the Southern ticket? And a Christian ticket? They all kicked against it, and we all said, okay, it's fine. Let it have a national spread. All right? Then, Nnamdi Azikiwe decided to also zone. He put Ishaku, Audu, and he as a candidate. The same article that is talking, when Action Congress zoned the presidential ticket of 2007 to the north, zoning was good then, Abi. It wasn't self-defeating, Abi. It wasn't self-defeating, no. Zoning was good then. His argument today is that how can a southern ticket beat a southern ticket? He's trying to refer to the MOB. Oh, but did we ask him then that how can a northern ticket beat a northern ticket? Because PDP too was going the way of the north then. And most of the candidates then were of sort of like a northern extract. The top candidates. So zoning was good then. Let me now fast forward. The same people that are saying, oh, zoning is self-defeating. When Jonathan went against the grain and recontested under Yaradua's second term, after he passed, and they decided to punish Jonathan in 2015, what did they do? Didn't the APC zone the presidential ticket to the north? Zoning was good then, Abi. Daddy Atiku. Zoning was good then, wasn't self-defeating then, Abi. Okay. When Daddy Atiku now left, he now went to PDP in 2019. And PDP zoned the presidential ticket to the north. Zoning was good then, Abi. It was good, though. After he benefited from the zoning of 2019, the power was supposed to come to the south, that they scattered it, that they announced that everybody should go and run openly, that he still favored him. He just always wants to be on the ticket. He has an ambition, I'm not saying, but he should also understand the sensibilities of others. His supporters should come and counter all these arguments I've made. He can never have a logic to counter it. And then the next logic that he is putting forward, and since we return to democracy, and South has done about 10-something years, and North has not done up to the equal amount of years, isn't it? Okay, let's now extrapolate the argument further. Since 1960, how many years has the North ruled since 1960? Let's extrapolate the argument. How many years has the North ruled? Because I see the argument when they start to make it. I know the argument. Yango, I don't like to brag. But if there's anything God gave me foresight. As of May 2026, within Nigeria's 66 years of independence, the North has held power for approximately 46 to 47 years. All right?
Out of 66.
Out of 66. Key facts on regional leadership: Northern rule 45 to 47 years. Palewa, Gowon, Murtala, Shagari, Buhari, IBP, Abacha. Southern rule 18 to 20 years. Include Irun C. Obasanjo, Shonekan, Jonathan, Tinubu. So if they want to start counting from 1999, oh, they forgot that 79 was a democratic government. So let's start counting from 1960. Yango, they can never come back from these two arguments I've made. They know. They know.
It's selective amnesia, maybe.
They know, Yango. That's why they fear me.
Selective amnesia.
And when they fear me, it's God they fear, because it's God that gave me the knowledge. They know, Yango. They know.
So what is Keyamu's problem with NDC when he's in APC?
Keyamu is an opposition. If people want to talk against any opposition, he's opposition to NDC. So you can't stop Keyamu from talking. In fact, I like the way he's talking, to put NDC on their foot. That's his work now. That's his work. This argument I've just made, if them, want to easily count from 1999, me, I want us to extend it further. Let's start counting from when Nigeria started as a nation. Out of 66, North has done 45 to 47. South has done about 20. Oh, yeah.
So they should wait for us to get to 40-something.
No, we're not even making the argument. But
No,
if they want to go that way,
if that's the argument,
let us also make the argument.
Before independence, we had to wait for the North to measure up a little bit with us before we get the independence.
So
every time we wait for the North, why can't they wait for us?
So if now Atiku's team is making the argument, let's also make this argument I've made. Let's put it on the table. Let's be arguing. But for me, for Nigeria to go forward, we don't need this argument. See, yeah, we have a convention of rotation so that everybody's all included. Until a time our democracy will grow to the extent where the best man takes it, which I will look forward to. But this is the realistic convention now. So let's stop deceiving ourselves and living in hypotheticals. Let's stop deceiving ourselves and living in hypotheticals.
Okay.
That's just it.
Interesting, Nigeria. In the meantime, Hope Uzodimma is saying that the reforms of the President Tinubu has made our reserves to go so high. The economy is so good. When he was addressing,
he doesn't even have his facts. The reserve now has dropped to about 48 billion. Hope Uzodimma doesn't. He's speaking without facts.
He called the 48 billion an increase.
48. It has dropped to 48 billion from over 50 billion. So he doesn't even get his facts right.
He called it an increase. He didn't even know that it was more than that before now. Or maybe he thought that the people...
because of the war.
The envoys he was talking to...
defending because of the war.
Okay. What do you make of what is happening in Rivers State? The Rainbow Coalition...
Let me even surprise you.
Yeah.
Let me even surprise you. Now from research I've even come to discover that the US had even discussed the concept of rotational presidency during the Constitutional Convention of 1787. So the farmers ultimately rejected the idea in favor of a single president to ensure stability and energy in the executive branch. In the early years, there was a different form of rotation that existed as a civic norm. George Washington voluntarily stepped down after 2 terms, establishing a precedent for rotation in office that lasted until 1940. So you see, people until 1940, I think that was after you had Theodore Roosevelt run for 3 terms. It was not embedded in the Constitution that you were only going to do 2 terms. You get. But by default, their policy was mature to an extent that the leader knew that, let me not do more than yourself. You get my point?
Yeah.
So, these guys, no. So, I've made all the arguments. You will see. They will call, they will talk. They can't beat these two arguments I've put forward.
Nobody will talk about that. Trust me. They will.
Let them make the argument.
They will talk about something else.
They can't crack the logic.
They'll talk about something
The
else.
strength of my argument is based on logic. They can't crack the logic. They should make it. We will be seeing.
Well,
Yeah, so
someone is even one of their apologists, AB from Ekwe, is asking, does Rufai Hussaini know more than Hope Uzodinma?
I'm just giving you facts now. You see, who are these ones even talking?
So
I just give you facts. Go and check it.
say so Rufai Hussaini knows more than Hope
over
Uzodinma.
50 billion. And I know 10 times more than Hope Uzodinma on this matter of national reserve. Please fact check me that in the last 2-3 weeks, please put it on Google. Yango, fact check me so that he knows I know more than Hope Uzodinma. Ask that as the Nigerian foreign reserve dropped, just put it on Google. Yango,
It's in public. Yeah, I don't know.
Give us the answer so that this guy knows I know more than Hope Uzodinma. Give us the answer.
Okay,
Just put it on Google, please, Yango. Be the independent and read it out for us.
Nigerian Reserve.
Foreign reserve. Has it dropped in the last months? Just put it there.
Okay.
But
this is how the people that support this government.
Life fact check. Yango, read it out. It's life fact. I'm saying you be the arbiter now.
Okay. Yes, that's what it answered. Yes, Nigeria's foreign exchange reserve have dropped in the last month, experiencing a significant decline of approximately $1.3 billion within a 30-day window ending mid-April 2026. The reserves decreased from a peak of $50.03 billion on March 11, 2026 to $48.16 billion by April 16, 2026 due to continued efforts to defend the Naira.
So, who knows more? Do I know more than Hope Uzodinma now?
But you know that defending this present administration, there are things that scare you. You don't check facts. You don't check facts.
You will not look foolish. Me that I mean walk. I don't like to praise, but I'm a walking encyclopedia of knowledge. Yango, I not get work. Now book I read every time. I not get work. You think it's just by happenstance I come, I reel out history, I reel out antecedents. Do you know the library I carry? You think it's ordinary for a man to build a library? The first thing a man builds in his life is a library. You think I just come to talk here? I don't even know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Guess what the response has been from this same person? March to April. We are in May, Oga.
It has even further gone down because they are defending. You can see it doesn't have arguments.
Oh, dear God.
You can see it doesn't have arguments. They start to pivot around.
Yeah.
I mean, just let him be. He's not an important article here. We gave him facts. He's deflecting around.
Yeah. So we are in May, which means maybe it has gone up. Maybe in May it has gone up to.
It has
60.
not gone up. It has even dropped further. It has even dropped further. Let me give you a recent May figure. Nairametrics still reported it the other day. He still reported it on what's it called on over the weekend here. It has even got dropped further. Answer him by saying Nigerian foreign reserve as of May 2026.
As of May 7, 2026, Nigeria's foreign exchange reserves stood at $48.33 billion, following a decline of approximately $855 million over 5 weeks, according to Central Bank of Nigeria.
Between April 16 to now, has it not dropped further? Has he not dropped further again?
So
Yango, has he not dropped further?
by
You see, these are empiric.
855 million, no less.
Yeah. So these are the empirical. You should answer again. They're not born and well.
Trust me, he will answer.
You see, this is investigative journalism you are seeing. You see, he said something and we just gave him fact to dispel the arguments. So when I said Uzodimma does not know what he's saying, who is correct, Rufai or Uzodimma? Rufai is correct. If I'm not correct, I will be the first to say, well, I will never talk to you if I don't have my facts.
But it beats me when things are there and you can access them, and then
They
you
want to
you
lie. They want to be
refuse.
partisan.
You
They forget
refuse
that
to
fans don't
access.
care about your feeling. That's why I told them yesterday on Twitter that those that are shouting, oh, reserve was when the reserve is dropping now, they are not talking.
He said we should mark that word stood. He says stood, meaning that it just
He says
stood
stood.
at that time.
You see, they don't have argument. When you face them with fact, they run around. You see, that's why I don't engage them. I just state the fact. That's why they fear me. Because facts are brutal. You can see how I made whoever he is look stupid now today.
But you cannot insult a madman, can you?
Uh,
That's what my people say. You cannot insult a madman. Or you're bathing somewhere and a madman takes your clothes and runs away and you run after him. You will be the
no, but at
madman.
least we've done it for the clarity of the audience. It's not the man we're responding to. We're responding to the audience. You know what we've also done? We've also educated the audience based on the facts around. So when we talk, we know what we are saying. We don't just talk.
He's still talking, Rufai.
We
He's
let
still
him keep talking.
talking.
Let him keep
He
talking.
says stood at 48 billion. That's a gain, not a loss. So
He
that's,
said he stood.
that's
But he didn't see the over 800
no, no,
million.
no, no. He didn't. He
He
didn't.
didn't see that one. He didn't see that one.
So how do you expect Nigeria to be better if we have people like this supporting
See,
a government
let me tell you something. No,
with
this one
facts?
he just wants don't even respond to him. He wants recognition. He wants to be seen. He's happy that they are calling his name on the radio. You know, there are a lot of them like that. They make daft argument because they want their name to be called on the radio. So they stop talking. When you stop talking, they shut up. But you can see, that's what I kept on telling this government. So when people deceive them and say this government has fixed forex, that they've removed forex subsidy, what are they doing? Are they not defending the naira now? And they keep telling them what the government is doing is a floating exchange rates. It's a managed float. But why allow people suffer? Now you are hemorrhaging reserves because of the war. So you say you are making money during the war, but your reserves are going down. Because you are fighting to defend. If they were not defending the currency heavily, dollar to naira should have plunged up to 152,000 now. But because they are defending heavily. And this is what we always say, yes, because you need to have reserves to defend. But why I'm saying it is because of those that were touted as an achievement. You have to get reserves to defend. So now they are not saying anything. When you give them the arguments, they run away.
Before you go, Rufai, just respond to this one. One of them also, Deyemi Kamaru from Banana Island. He said, Nigeria must vote for competence, not empty promises like I will do one term. What if these supporters begin nationwide campaign urging him to continue beyond 2031? Would the Southeast stand by and watch one of their own being shoved aside, having not been the highest echelon of power? Would Mr.
No, but
Peter...
that's a fair argument. That's a fair argument.
Yeah.
But Obi now has to be a man of his words.
But
if he decides to
my problem is, why is one term such a thing as if people will now see it as evil? If you say one term, it's as if it is evil.
It's part of the political rubbish we set up in Nigeria. One term is not supposed to be evil. If you're a leader...
Jakonde did one term. Who has beaten him in Lagos?
Nobody has beaten him. If you're a leader that knows what you are doing as what yourself, one term is not supposed to be a big deal. You should be able to make a lot of strides in one term. You should be able to make a lot of strides in one term. We keep talking about Awolowo and the likes, free education and all. How many years did Awolowo spend when they were premier at Western Region? This one up to 20 years. No.
I think
No,
the craze for two terms has have made all these leaders
because
be
they use the
lazy.
second term to loot.
They've made it's made them lazy and
Eh?
kleptomaniac for a lot of them. So I don't know.
Because they use it to loot. Because they use to loot. That's what they do. It's because of lack of accountability.
Anyway, let me let you go, Rufai. Time is fast spent.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
I
And
mean, Awolowo, okay, while some records highlight his former premiership from 1954 to 1959, his leadership term was from 1952 to 1959. And see what he did. Awolowo reversed education pattern.
yeah,
The West was low on education, primary school enrollment. He reversed it to make it one of the biggest regions. Did free education, did infrastructure, did what's it called? Support for education, support for every area of the economy. The West was very successful region. Build the cocoa hubs, build the rubber farms. All the rubber plantations are not planted in Kenya, they are still there. So if you know what you are doing, in 4 years, you should be able to set the nation alive. Look at even in recent times, how many years the Yar'Adua do that we still think of him very highly? Eh? Yes, with amnesty that people argue that, oh, it was not a good thing that we were pampering them. Yar'Adua solved the problem of insurgency in the southeast. I mean, the south, what's it called? The south-south, crude oil bunkering, and all of that. Militancy. Eh? Set the country alight. Reduce fuel price. Do you know that Yar'Adua was one of the first people to reduce fuel price in a long time? Eh? So why are we deceiving ourselves? But it will be on Obi. Yes. I said I support that person's argument. His argument is valid because you answer hearing all sorts of groups say, oh, this, that, he must finish and everything. But Obi should remember that his creed to do one term was a promise to the people.
yeah.
And anytime he goes against it, people will look at him as nothing. And people should stop deceiving themselves. The person that said Yoruba Lokon, the Lebanese are benefiting the most from his government. Yeah.
Not the Yorubas.
You know the federal government is in talks again for fresh 1.25 billion loan to support economic reforms and job creation. If approved, the loan will rank as the second largest single World Bank facility secured under Tinubu. And all the loan before we have not seen anything. So these are facts. So, Yango, facts don't care about your clinic. I'm sure this morning we've been able to shut them up with empirical facts. We don't just talk. Oh. Before we come here, we do a lot of work. Oh. We do a lot of work. Some of us not sleep for night. Oh. Na book, na history. Na current norms we dey do. The brain sharp. You know they do so. When we tell you something about numbers and facts, believe it. Or else you will floor yourself. You will just be jumping from pillar to post and stood that you'll be looking for English. This brain, God give us, is sharp. It's sharp.
You'll not even believe what is still being written by these people. Let me just leave you so that let me not spoil your day.
We right.
In the course of the program, we'll read those songs, but let me let you go.
We right. You know why? Because I've used facts to shut them up.
Shut them up. That's what I'm telling you. You're not listening, Rufai. They don't shut up. They don't even listen.
You see, let me tell you something.
Well, the good thing is, vicariously, the people who need to hear it have heard it.
I hear it.
That is the thing.
So when they talk their rubbish from their mouth, and you use facts to shut them up, the facts is there. They will argue blindly and stupidly. Look at somebody that doesn't even check the foreign. I've never probably even gone to CBN's website and know the state of the foreign reserve. Talking to and challenging me that I have a fact on an issue. That I checked the storyline. I'm a news person. My life is news personified. Governor Opus Odima, a partisan governor, is saying that the reserve has increased because he was hearing soundbite from them. And I said, no, reserve is dropping. And he's now asking me, do I know more than Hope Uzodinma? Has he not shown that I know way more than Hope Uzodinma? Has he not shown that I know way more than Hope Uzodinma?
Or Hope Uzodinma knows exactly what it is, but fails to say the truth, which makes it more dangerous even.
Some of them I don't know. You really rate. You know I know this politician more than all of you. You know I'm close to them. You really rate them so high. You really rate them so high. Yeah.
I beg you.
Let's keep them talking.
It's all right, Rufai. Thank you
No
very
worries.
much.
Take care.
Have a wonderful day.
And you too.
All right. Thank you. Okay, in case you're just joining us, the program is Front Page Review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. For so many people who were talking to us on YouTube, you said that Rufai's voice was not loud enough. Well, unfortunately, it was at the highest. We couldn't have gone beyond that, and I'm so sorry that you couldn't hear it as loud as you wanted to hear, but I hope that you were able to grasp one or two things that we talked about. Well, already in the studio, we have Prince Chilaka, who will also continue from where we stopped, or just continue with the headlines this morning, because we've been here together just laughing at what people have been saying. So because it's Prince Chilaka, we are bold enough to open the lines as soon as possible. So, but we'll start picking maybe after 3 to 5 minutes when we begin the program. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. You can also call 080 3692 9933. But if you're sending a message to us on WhatsApp, it's 081 7175 6338. My name is Nyamgul Agaji. I'm still your host. I'm here this morning of the 12th day of May 2026. What? I'm going back to 2025. What is it? There's nothing to look forward to anyway. It's a very bleak future if we continue to be the way we are. Now, the discussion this morning has shown us how the average supporter of a government thinks. If you have the facts and you fail to act on the facts, how can the person, the principle you are supporting, be able to know the feelings of the people? So if these people who are not even near the corridors of power, that should be afraid for their jobs, will be talking this way, how much more will those people who are there and afraid that they may be sacked if they say something wrong be saying? And this is a terrible trajectory that will take our country to a place, like we say, it carry us go where we don't know. Anyway, Prince Chilaka, good morning and welcome to the program.
Morning, I think Rufai is right when he said you like to give
credit to the people who do not deserve it.
No, the thing is, like a lot of people, what I've also observed is that a lot of people who support particular parties, they become so deluded that they don't even want to know the truth, or they pretend not to know the truth, and they don't even read. Some people have the newspaper in front of them; they will never read it, or they just have this, idea in their head that this is how this thing is, and they want to, push it down everybody's truth. I mean, it's there. He has given you the evidence you need, rather than for you to go and fact check and come back and say, oh, okay, you're right. You're still saying no, as if you are now the one who writes it for CBN or who gives the information out. It's a very bad situation we have in this country where people no longer want to think straight, just because maybe they're getting some data funds. A typical example is I have this friend who belongs to a particular party, and that party, they have about 6 WhatsApp groups. So if you raise an issue, he copies that thing you raised and pastes it in all the groups. So there are people who are dedicated in those groups. Their own is to respond. So whatever they respond,
he will bring it back. So he doesn't have a mind of his own.
No, he doesn't. A lot of them don't. That's the truth.
How do you become a good leader if the people who are supposed to be your advisors think you infallible? Because that's the problem here. If someone would say, Does Rufai know more than Hope Uzodinma? You feel that Hope Uzodinma, because he's governor, should know everything.
And that is where people.
Why do they need advisors? Why do they need commissioners?
How many of them even listen to the advisors? Because if Hope Uzodinma has a good advisor on finance, and in goods like this, he should sack that advisor. It means that the advisor himself didn't do any fact check. He didn't cross-check what he was giving to him to reel out.
Why don't people know that saying the truth is easier than telling a lie? Because, okay, what stops somebody from, for instance, saying, we were up here, but because of this and this, we've come here, and we are working hard to make sure we return and surpass that. Is that not the truth?
You've not met people who defend the fact that petrol is even cheap at 1,003, 1,004. You've not.
I have met them. I just don't believe that they're still talking like humans, because people tell you removal of fuel subsidy was a good thing and it is making us better. We're living better lives now, and I'm like, okay, okay. Well, in our Nigeria,
driving down here, just like Bagada, coming down the Bagada Bridge, a young man, stark naked, was taking his bath.
Yeah.
And somebody, the guy in front of me, stopped and asked him why. He said, this is his house.
Yeah.
Yango, I was stunned. I was shocked. We're not talking of a madman. We're talking of a young, well-spoken man.
I see them every day on my way here. They bathe there, they sleep there. There's one that I always see on a bench when I'm coming to work. I see him on a bench sleeping. In the morning, he's a very aggressive Agbero on that same road. But he sleeps on the bench. Whether it is raining or not, he sleeps there, outside, every day.
But these are the same people tomorrow who will tell you that this government is working. They will tell you, they'll give you reasons why fuel should even be one. Some people are already saying that, if fuel is 2,000, that is where it should be.
I think
it's just a Stockholm syndrome.
I think the generation, even up to my generation, that saw a better Nigeria needs to talk more about how Nigeria had been, because you cannot miss, I always say this, you cannot miss what you don't know. Some of them don't know how much better Nigeria was before.
No, let me put it this way. Yeah. In the last 1 month, I've seen a lot of people coming out to defend NetFund, coming to praise the government for making loan available
for students.
For students to go to school.
That will come out and not have jobs
and then
either way.
I asked a question, and I'm going to direct the question again this morning to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Your Excellency, you're a beneficiary of free education from primary to university.
I will not say the rest of the things.
All the governors, most of the senators and honorable members, they are all beneficiaries of free education. I am a beneficiary of free education. So that's why I'm saying they are beneficiaries of free education. If you're a beneficiary of something, why would you make it difficult for other people to benefit from it if it's not wickedness? So when people talk about NetFund and they're happy about it, and I say, okay.
Question is, are we poorer now than when the free education was there?
We are now we're at zero. The people now, there's no way to justify what is happening now.
No, I'm not talking about the people. I'm saying at the time we were having free education, was Nigeria poorer, richer than it is now? Because when the free education was here,
Nigeria wasn't that rich because we are just discovering oil.
Yeah.
We're just discovering our mineral resources. The problem is bad leadership. You come in as government, you increase school fees, it now became difficult for children to go to school. They could not afford it, their parents could not afford it. You now introduce loan. Is that not slavery? What stops this? What stops our government? What's the difference between our government and those who said they came to Africa to get slaves?
The difference is we are worse.
We're worse, right?
We're worse.
So when people come and say, "Oh, NetFund," And I said, you guys don't know. Those of us who went to school, primary, secondary, higher institution, how much did you pay in higher institution then? How much? So, when you were analyzing with
You're fine.
you talked about Jakonde. And I said, when you talk about Jakonde, you talk about the late Simon Bakwe, you talk about the late Ajasi, that crop of people.
Patriotic citizens.
I mean, it was flowing in their veins. And when they served the people, they served with their whole being. They were so empathic. They served with love. People we have today are greedy, selfish, self-centered. It's about them. It's not about the people. And that's why I say that where we are today, I don't even blame the politicians. I blame the people. Because when you collect your 2 cups of rice, you collect your noodles, you collect the salt and onions, maybe they add 5 or 10,000 naira. How long will it last? Why can't you say no and exercise your right so that sovereignty will belong to the people the way it should be? Today, you cannot hold the governor accountable because the governor will tell you, I didn't even get your vote.
Yeah.
You can't hold anybody accountable because they'll tell you that, oh, I got where I am through my own efforts. So the people have been relegated. The people, nobody cares about the people.
Okay, let me just read one thing to people. Now that I'm saying that we need to evangelize the people to know how Nigeria was. I'm opening the line. Sorry, everybody's trying to call now. I just typed in something into Google. Was the naira ever stronger than the dollar? And this is the answer. Yes, the Nigerian naira was stronger than the US dollar from the 1970s until the mid-80s. Between 1973 and 1985, 1 US dollar was equivalent to less than 1 naira. That is, it was around 70 kobo to 90 kobo. At its peak in 1983, 1 naira could exchange for roughly $1.50, driven by a booming oil economy. So there was a time, this Nigerian naira that we have now,
That is going for 1,003, 1,004.
yes, it was less than a naira. This dollar was less than a naira, 70 kobo to 90 kobo.
Yeah, you are going too far. You're talking of dollar. Few years back, I went to Cotonou here with naira. I was a big boy.
They used to. When I went to Ghana, it's about 10 or more years ago. I went to Ghana, and we were trying to exchange money at Cotonou that you're calling. They were bringing the money in barrows.
You were
Wheelbarrow. And I was like, okay.
But you were just holding your own in your pocket.
How much will 5,000 exchange for? And they were looking at me like, oh God. But
See,
now,
let me tell you, a few years back, I went to South Africa with late Patrick Yakowa, former governor of Kaduna State. And when we got to South Africa, and the moment you say you're a Nigerian, everybody just wants you around.
yeah.
Because they say Nigerians have their money. Our money had value. Our money had value.
The name Nigeria had value.
And then when you say you're a Nigerian, everybody they just look at you as if you're a white man, as if you're from the moon. Today, look at how they're killing us in South Africa, throwing us out of their country.
In fact, let me not just enjoy too much. Hello, good morning. Sorry, I said I was going to open the calls lines and I did not. Go right ahead. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Please, I greet you.
I greet you, sir.
Yeah, Mayor from Ikotebe.
All right, go on, Mayor.
Yamgu, I've had a reply when he was talking about something years of the governors in Nigeria, and the North have ruled for 6 years, while the South have ruled 20 years. Am I correct?
Yes.
Who made the South? Is it not the Southeast, Southwest, and the South? Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
So ask him, out of these 20 years, how many years have the Southeast ruled? as I rule, our Southwest have ruled. It's supposed to ask that question.
That,
We are feeling chicken.
that was not the argument. The argument was that Atiku. No, you are not getting it. Don't deviate. The argument was that Atiku Abubakar was saying that the North should take it because they have not ruled enough. So we were arguing for the South, and in general, we're not talking about zones within the South.
Hold on. The way we are feeling chicken, the way we are feeling chicken in the South there, that's how also the Southeast and South are feeling chicken also from the South.
Okay, sir.
Calm down,
Sir,
Mayor.
calm down. Let me say something, Mayor.
Yeah.
I agree with you. The Southeast feels cheated and all of that.
Yeah.
What are you, the Southeasterners, doing to ensure that you get power?
Especially
Today,
now.
let me come, sir. Hold on, sir. Today you have a P2B running around wanting to be there. You have the likes of Kenneth Okonkwo demonizing him. You have the governors in the Southeast not supporting him. And you want power to come to the Southeast. Are we not the ones doing ourselves?
Prominent people in the Southeast are leading the city boys.
Hold on. The law is blind. The law is blind. No matter what you say, what matter what the law is saying. Now, 1999, a man from the Southwest ruled for 8 years. Two of us.
There are places in the South, in the North, that have never ruled. There are places in the North that have never. It's a wrong argument. That's what we are saying, Mayor. Let me see how much time you've taken.
This your argument does not add up.
Yeah.
If you want something, you and your people should go for it. Presidential election is negotiations. How many Southeasterners are ready today to stand behind P2B openly and say, this is our own, we want it? They're all hiding. They are all hiding. Your city boys, we talk about city boys, is only prominent in the Southeast. Where are the city boys in Lagos? Where are the city boys in the North? So when we come and make such arguments, we must make sure we have the facts. The problem is that the Southeast have never wanted, they have never seen the need to stand together and say, this is what we want. Those you expect to stand and fight for it are always the ones who would go behind and scuttle the whole plans.
Anyway, the argument was for South and North.
North.
It wasn't even about zones. So if, for instance, the South had the presidency over 40-something years, I'm sure one of those times would have been the Southeast. So we're talking about South and North, and the justification for Atiku to come out and say that only a northern president can unseat the present one, and it is not a good decision. And who gave Atiku the
moral right,
the right to even say it is only through him that the Southeast can have the presidency?
Well, it is because you have a lot of Southeasterners who are around him and feeding him with those ideas. When you see somebody from the Southeast who come and tell you, we are not right for presidency.
Until after Atiku.
Or until after...
we have to align with the North, this and that. Anyway, somebody is saying, Brother Jonathan, do not allow some individuals to deceive you to run again come 2027 because if things do not work out the way you plan, they turn and laugh at you. Remember the past. Let him think well. Testing secondary students is welcome development before they do more damage to their life. Our leaders also be tested before they assume office. God bless VOP more. Amen. From Zion Pastor Light. Remember they said that secondary school students should be tested for drugs.
You should start by testing our politicians.
A lot of people are saying the same thing.
No, we should know. You see, it's not about the secondary school children. It's about who are responsible for moving these drugs into this country. I have advocated, and I'll keep advocating. Anybody who is caught bringing hard drugs into this country should be executed. We need to set a standard, because a lot of our children today are getting hooked to hard drugs. It's not about testing. If you test the secondary school children, what happens to those in the universities? Then what happens to your political class, who fingers have been pointed at?
It's the same thing like cultism today. You want to fight cultism, and then the people who are the cultists in the schools are being sponsored by those who are already in power. And then you will be aspiring to be a cultist because somebody in power is a cultist and will recognize you when you finish and give you an appointment and all that. And then you say you're fighting cultism. Same thing with drugs. Anyway, somebody is saying we are giving too much attention to AB from Ekpe, knowing that he is a time waster. David from Ekpaja. Sometimes it's good to give attention to somebody so that you know how they think.
And so you have to educate them.
Yes, you help to educate them and educate other people on the kind of people to avoid. So that's not like we're making him too important. Good morning in the studio. I learned AB is an educator. I pity the kids he's educating. Always coming on it to amplify mental slavery in him. Olamide from Ikotu. Educator. As a teacher.
That's sad. That's worrisome.
Well, I don't except he is able to...
he's educating children of like parents and like minds.
No, maybe he's able to separate his two lives, one life, political life, and the educate.
You think so?
Well, maybe.
Oh.
Okay, OC Morales admonishing us today, giving us a motivational message. Sitting alone and enjoying your own company is better than being surrounded by fake people. We are praying that God will continue to deliver us from the hands of the untimely friends. Amen. Keep on moving gallantly.
When you know your friends that are bad, there is no need to pray for God to deliver you from them.
Just go
when
away.
You could actually deliver yourself.
Yeah. So go and enjoy your own company. And maybe some of these people who are calling us and telling us things are the ones that we need to avoid. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Yango.
Good morning to you, my brother.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yango, see what I want to say about Atiku. So, Atiku, the other day I think that Atiku is not working for Nigeria, it's working for Tinubu. And two, Atiku is not a man who can put Nigeria united. He just wants to divide Nigeria. This kind of thing is saying a person wants to be a leader. Sometimes I don't know how our leaders think. So if they're trying to divide us, I'll be trying to unite us. If they're trying to divide us, I don't want to bring us together as one Nigerian. So we need a leader who can bring us together, who can let us know that if you say an Hausa man is your brother, if you say an Yoruba man is your brother, any part of Nigeria, you make the person feel that you are his brother or his sister, and to divide us like that. I think it's not a leader.
Yeah.
It's not a leader, and he can never be Nigerian president, whether you like it or not. He can never be Nigerian president.
All right, thank you very much.
He's
God bless you too. He's qualified to be a Nigerian
leader. He's entitled to be a Nigerian president.
But your arguments may be correct. A lot of people are saying the same thing, that he may be working for someone other than even himself, but definitely not for Nigerians and all that. But I'd like you to amplify something, Prince Chilaka. You said you had free education. Where did you have the free education?
Lagos.
Very good. Which means you didn't need to be a Lagosian per se to enjoy that, which means Nigeria could have continued in that trajectory.
Today,
what we are planting today, what I want to point out is we are planting today and clapping for it and saying, Lagos is for Lagosians, Southeast should be for Southeasterners, and North should be for North. Tomorrow, when it comes to bite us, we may not like it. For instance, right now, the son of our president is married to an Igbo person, or at least someone who has affiliations with an Igbo. So let's say the scenario plays out that we continue in this trajectory where we want every Igbo person to go, every Hausa to go, everybody who is not indigenous to live and not prosper in this place. And then 20 years from now, the children of Esheyi Tinubu grow in Lagos and they want to contest, and they tell them they are not Lagosians.
You don't need to go too far. Let's first and foremost, we
it's
need to understand the game.
A terrible thing.
We need to understand the game the political class has been playing. It's their joker. That's the card they've been playing.
So if we allow it to
and
go,
religion, they have used it, and it is what is working for them. Unfortunately,
today.
I'm coming. Unfortunately, the people themselves are not thinking out of the box. See, while I was growing up, I went to a government school. We had Igbos, we had Hausas, we had Yorubas, we had the Shekri, we had every tribe. Nobody, till I finished secondary school, there was no day anybody said to me, you are Igbo. I'm telling you the truth.
In fact, where I come from, they say, Mfam Novajene, that is, every community favors the stranger elements. People, the visitors. If you are a visitor in that place, the community favors you even more.
So
why does that change?
What changed it is, first and foremost, what did the politicians do? They killed public schools. Because public school was a gathering of every strata of the Nigerian people. So they killed it. And then after killing it, they started with private schools. And then the idea of you are Igbo, you are Yoruba, you are Hausa started creeping in. See, I keep telling people, I say, the generation of South Africans we have today grew up knowing nothing but violence. They grew up knowing nothing but being lazy. We're doing the same thing in Nigeria now. We're doing the same thing. We're heading the same direction. Because the crop of young people we're bringing today are already getting divided along ethnic and religious lines.
Yes.
So you can imagine what happened in the next 20 years.
It's terrible. It's very terrible.
Our leaders are not doing the right thing. Because of their greed and selfishness, they have thrown patriotism to the dogs. And as I keep saying, it is now left for the people. We need to come together as a people and say, we must stop this carnage. We must stop this whole thing that is eating us apart. We need to. Because I can tell you, maybe a lot of people are not seeing the danger ahead, but it's going to get worse.
It will. And the problem is, when we fight each other today, these people we are fighting for go somewhere, meet somewhere, they dine and wine together, their children marry themselves, and we are the ones that will be suffering. Tomorrow you can't travel to the east, you can't travel to the north, you can't travel to anywhere.
That the things we pray for, the reason why you have all religious institutions filled up on Fridays and on Sundays is because people are praying for the wrong things. The things government should provide. You see Nigerians saying that they are praying for good road. As you are traveling, God, let that be Johnny Mercy. We bind all the Satan, all the devil, all blood sucking on the. No blood sucking demon is on the road. What you have on the road is bad roads because of the potholes that are all there.
And bandits that are not being controlled by the government.
So these are things that government should do and provide. You see people praying for pipe-borne water. You see people praying on top of transformer and electric pole because of they want light.
We've been talking with Rufai here on this show that as early as 1920, 1912, 19 whatever, there was pipe-borne water in Lagos. Those were the colonial masters taking charge. Now our own people are here.
They have destroyed everything.
If you don't have a borehole, you're on your own. In fact, they will start charging us money for your borehole.
I heard they want to start charging before installing solar.
Yeah, in government estates and all that.
That is where it starts from.
But it will come down before you know what is happening. They also want to do driver's licenses owned by Lagos State. So if you're driving from another state into Lagos, you need to have a driver's license.
So with that means we'll be carrying two driver's licenses. What kind of country are we running? What kind of leaders do we have? These leaders, don't they think out of the box?
Special status state.
This is why you have national identification number. You have international passport. You have ATM. You have different cards that could come together as one.
Anyway, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Yamgu.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, my name is Reckless Love of God.
Reki Baba, go on.
And Prince Chilak, I greet you. Good morning, sir.
Morning, please.
Yeah, Yamgo, please, I just want to beg you. See this AB, that guy is really becoming distraction to us. Please. No, I'm begging you. I think let me just use this word. I believe that guy is a lunatic amongst us.
Also,
No.
no,
He's entitled to his
he's
opinion just
entitled
as
to.
No,
you
no,
are.
yeah,
He's
yeah, I
entitled
understand.
to it.
Yeah, I understand. But the guy is really, even the one you call Kamora Abiwod that stays in Ajegule, that he say he's staying in Banana Island. Please, can you just stop attending to these guys? They are really distracting the people.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
But they give
again,
us
again,
opportunity to educate the
and
people.
Yes,
sorry,
yes.
again, we talk about this article. You see why people supporting article should be careful. That man is really out for a mission. The man is out for a mission. He's really out for a mission. And then you talked about Lagos State driving from another state to Lagos State. You have to have their driving license. This shows that the division is coming. Very soon they will tell us that before you come to any Yoruba land, you have Yoruba visa. Are you getting me?
Yeah,
That shows
it's
you that
possible.
division is coming. Are you getting me? So they don't want to divide Nigeria completely, but they are just going gradually. Look at Lagos. The laws they are bringing are really affecting people. So please, thank you very much, and mind the way you attend to this stuff. Have a nice day, my brother.
You too, have a nice day. But like Prince Ilaka said, it gives us the opportunity to educate people and then to arm you. Because if you're facing somebody like him, you know how they already think.
And you know how to respond.
And you know how to respond. You either walk away or you give them the facts. But if you give them the facts, you know that they will not take it. They'll just be waiting for you to finish, and then they tell you something, and you'll be like, that's how now. So don't worry. But they have their right to also talk anyway. Okay. Someone here is just berating us. I listen to you every day. Why can't your station invite someone from other side for the debate with your Rufai that think he knows everything? He who thinks he knows everything and thinks others does not know is mother of lunatic. I had to read that. You come on radio and start abusing people. Is this now ethical journalism? Okay. When Rufai was talking, he said, Nyamgul, please Google it. I tried to dodge it because these are things I've read already. And he said, please Google it. And I then typed it in. It wasn't Rufai that was talking. It was Google. It was Google that was talking.
Information
it was
that is
information available to everybody.
At your doorstep.
Yeah. But if you refuse to read and somebody comes and tells you that, okay, I know better than you. And he didn't say he knows better because he went to places, is because he said that information that is available for everybody, he accessed it. Why can't you access it? If there's information before you and you refuse to access it, how do you call yourself? And then you're arguing blindly. So it's really, really funny. So when you come and say, okay, why are you bragging and all that? If I brag now and tell people I can read, and you say I'm bragging, but really I can read,
then
that's not bragging. You show me something better. If you speak English and I tell you that you're speaking the wrong English and I speak the better English and you say it's a lie and you're still speaking that one, I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you the truth. So sometimes when you say journalism should be neutral and all that, there is no way neutrality can ever outweigh truth. And truth is what people fear. And then they tell you that you're biased. If you're biased on the side of truth, then you're neutral enough. Get that. So when you talk about ethical journalism, what do you know about journalism? This is our field.
Don't go there.
We know.
No.
What do you know about journalism?
He doesn't need the education.
What do you know
because
about
if
journalism?
He needs the education, he would have, first of all, fact-checked what
Rufai was saying.
And then when you fact-checked it, you now ask yourself, okay, who is wrong, who is right? So,
the same people who call Rufai arrogant and abusive and all that, one of them, like Daniel Boala, went outside the country.
Disgraced Nigeria.
And the interviewer was a lot worse, let me use that word, than Rufai. But nobody said anything about him because it's not local.
Because he's white.
Yes, he's white.
Nobody sees that.
That's slavery mentality. So we know what we're doing. And when you have your facts and you say the truth, nobody would like you. And we're comfortable with that. Sometimes people abuse me here, and I read the messages of them abusing me, and I'll be laughing. And someone accused me the other day that, you see, you are supporting this thing, and that's why you were smiling from ear to ear. I watched you on YouTube. So I should be frowning because of somebody I cannot even see.
On Sunday, during my show,
you don't do that.
Program, somebody was like accusing two highly placed custom officers. And his argument is that boxes are not leaving Tinkan to KLT. You know, KLT is one of the commands. It's a dry port.
Yeah.
Now, rather than address that issue, he says, that the controller in KLT, in Tinkan, is not collecting, is supposed to be collecting something from the evaluation officer from KLT. Because the evaluation officer is not settling the controller in KLT, I mean in Tinkan, that's why he's not allowing. I said, okay, where are your facts? Something you're not privy to, something you don't even understand how it works. He went on and I said, okay, good. Immediately I got good. And I saw, he said, I said, okay, this controller you're talking about just released some cars, Lamborghini and all of that, stolen from Canada into Nigeria. And he just handed it over to the Deputy High Commissioner of the Canadian Embassy. And I said, if those cars were released the way you wanted it to be released to, will they realize that those cars are stolen? So people just come on air because they think, you can say what you want to say because nobody sees you.
Okay, let me just say this thing. For this person who talked about inviting somebody from the other side, I challenge you, if you know anybody from whatever side that you think can debate with us on whatever we say, please let him come. I like that challenge. I challenge you, if you know anybody that you think can debate with us on what is happening in this government or anything that we've been talking about, let the person
come. We're available.
We're available. Maybe you will not even need to meet Rufai. You think because we laugh, we smile, we don't know the facts. There are things we hold back because this is national radio. We hold them back. We know things more than a lot of you that argue with us.
No,
but we hold back.
They don't realize that before you come on, you read.
We hold back a lot of things. We hold back, So when we talk about, for instance, we talk about, Lebanese are, like Rufai said, Lebanese are the ones enjoying and all that. There are more facts to that
than is available
to you. And we know these facts. We may not say them. But if you bring somebody to debate with us, yes, all hell might be let loose. And let's see how it's going to be. So I challenge you today, if you know anybody who has superior information than the ones we've been doling out, let that person come. We'll call Rufai, or I will just face him, or somebody else.
Oh, I'll be here.
Yes, somebody else will just face him, and then no holds barred. We say our things and get out. So please stop challenging us. Yeah.
Calm down.
I'm calm still, because sometimes the feel is the monopoly of sitting behind the microphone that makes us say the things that we say, that we don't know more than this. But like the government will say, if I open my mouth, Nigeria will scatter.
No, but that's what all our politicians
we are the ones that
are holding
back so that Nigeria won't scatter. Trust me. So that's how.
No, I think some people should know when the Hutsus and
the Tutsis,
had their problem. It didn't start on the street; it started on the radio station.
Yeah,
and that is why everyone who comes on air is careful.
Yeah.
Of what they say, because you can say something that can ignite the entire nation today.
Yes.
So people need to understand that.
I can start a war if I wanted. Just 5 minutes, I can start a war in this country. That's the power of the microphone. So we hold back a lot of things. So calm down, yeah? Calm down. Let us breathe. Good morning, sir. May God continue to bless your good work. Join me to celebrate my twin birthday today. Things like this, we love.
Congratulations.
Miss Chinenye Joseph and Miss Chioma Joseph. Oh, from Mr. Joseph Alaikwe, Alaba International, Ojo, Lagos. More grace. Chinenye and Chioma. What's the meaning of Chinenye? God gives. Okay. And Chioma. God is fine. God is
God
good.
is good. God is.
Oh, okay. Well.
God is handsome. God is beautiful.
God is beautiful. Okay, so may God bless your children and the entire family. May God continue to show up for all matters concerning you and your family. God bless you, Mr. Joseph, and the children, and your wife, and everybody there in your household. Okay, we have all this message. Focus on your part, not others' opinions, and you'll discover your true potential. Rufai is my guy. Daniel Nakosi from Isheri.
I thought it was going to be Daniel
Rufai is my guy. Stevie Kelly is saying this government majors on minor and minors on major. To think that federal government wants to conduct drug tests on secondary school students is sickening. Should this be our priority now in the face of insecurity and other deprivations Nigerians are rightfully yearning for? God, how did we get here? Stevie Kelly is from Maryland. Okay. And we go to the north. The children there don't go to school, so you don't get to test them, so they can start taking drugs, and before you know it, they join Boko Haram and all that. That's the danger of it all. In as much as I will agree with Rufai, I think that's what you meant, with Rufai that Obi should keep his promises of one term. I will also wish to say if he can bring significant changes to Nigeria predicament, he can be considered for another. I understand he completed the turn of the South. Obiora Austin from Ikorodu. Mandela did one term and he left. So if you build a foundation that's good enough.
Let us be honest with ourselves. This whole thing about 2 terms came in because of greed and selfishness. If you check, you find out that most of the presidents we've had and governors we've had, first term is when they work. After first term, second term is politics and all manner of corruption and embezzlement because they are on their way out. But if you know you're serving one term, you would be dedicated. I mean, how many times did Jakonde serve? How many times did they let Sam Bakwe serve? How many times? These people, we keep calling them because they have legacies, which we and I can see.
How many times did Yaradua serve?
How many times? So what are we? Why are we so fixated about 2 terms? That is why your senators would forget that there is insecurity in the land, there is deprivation in the land, there is hunger in the land. They are looking at amending their rules to determine who becomes.
By the way, Hope Uzodinma is about to contest for Senate, and when the contest is done and the other senators are sworn in, he will still be governor. And he will continue to be governor for maybe the next 7 months before he hands over, because I think it's an off-cycle election. So who will be representing the people of Imo State, where he comes from, this constituency?
Dual responsibility.
Oh dear God, this is interesting.
So you move from being a senator to governor. Now you're going back to retirement.
Senator. This one says, Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State knows nothing but only Supreme Court manipulation, and that is the reason President Tinubu allowed him to be shining his shoes and waving bye-bye to the president's movement. Canis from Ago. It's not only him.
It's not only him.
Sometimes 13 governors leave their states, leave governance, and go to say goodbye to the president. So it's not only Hope Uzodinma.
What secondary school children will not even do now?
Yeah.
Because a lot of them were very angry.
That's why they're testing them for drugs. John Hollis from Ago Palace Way said, I thank God for people that are living for humanity. Rufai is one of them. Nigerians, register for your voter's card and participate in 2027 election. Vote against corruption, embezzlement, enrichment of self, and through fraudulent acts, high cost of running government, insecurity sponsored by pampering prodigal sons, in quote. John Hollis from Ago Palace Way and all that. And let me sound this too. Yesterday somebody called and was saying he's afraid now that the register has been sent to INEC and all that, and that he may not be able to vote.
No, because the register has nothing to do with voter's card.
Same thing I said. If you have your voter's card, and by the way, the voter's card, the voter registration has opened again, and it will last till August. So if you haven't had your voter's card, go and get it. You can be in one party and vote for someone in another party. You have that right.
No, the voting has nothing to do with that register.
You don't even have to to belong to any political party for you to be
vote.
able to vote. So wherever you are, decide who your candidate is going to be, and silently just go, and you may not even need to campaign. Just go and vote for that person on the election day. It's as simple as that. So don't mind whether you belong to any party or not, so long as you have your voter's card. Go and vote. And like this person said, John Holley said, vote against corruption, embezzlement, enriching of self through fraudulent contracts, high cost of running government, insecurity sponsored by pampering prodigal sons. That means when you find a candidate of integrity in any party, embrace that person and vote. So you are not voting against party or anything. You are voting against individuals who you think will not carry the mantle well. As simple as that. Wherever the good one is, go all out and vote. This one says, Nigerians, good morning. Mr. Rufai, I love you. VOP, I love you. AB from Ekpe, shame on you. APC, shame on you people. Nigeria will definitely win because evil doesn't last forever. Mr. Rufai, do not compromise like FF Kayode and the rest of your type who go around supporting failed government. Jerry from Ago. Okay. One man's meat is another man's poison. That's what I say. Good morning, my able friends in the studio and Rufai. You guys made my day. When a man dances naked in the village square, the children laugh in Zurukede. Let AB continue to dance naked. One day he will end up like Peter Osifo.
That's true. What happened to him?
I don't know what happened to Peter. I don't know him.
I don't know him in person, but I know that he was a regular caller.
Yeah. As at the time I came here, he hasn't called. We hope that he's all right. It doesn't matter what
because
he
I haven't
says.
even heard him on other radio stations as well. So
and it is normal that the people who call into one
our
station.
other friend?
Peter Omonso or something.
Yeah.
Okay, he's
Peter
fine. As at the last time I spoke with him, and he spoke on radio, because of the concern of the people, I had to fish him out, call him myself on radio, and he talked to the people. Maybe I'll have to do that again because people are still asking why. Yeah. But I have a very close person to him that they worship in the same church that has been telling me that he's doing well. Maybe because of one thing or the other, he's not been able to. Yeah. Greetings to you, Nyamgul. This is Prince Ayotek from Arena Market. The problem we have is someone like the man that called himself Abi from Ekpe and Kamolu from Bariga, and that claims he lives in Banana Island. Some people say Ajegunle, some people. Do these men have a different place they buy goods or where they buy fuel? The people fella called suffering and smiling. Shame on these evil men, and I pray that Nigeria will happen to them. Men of reprobate minds, whose minds do not function well, comparing a senior journalist Rufai with Hope Uzodinma. Anyway, talk is free and cheap. When MTN gives them free data instead of them to use it wisely, they will come on air supporting APC government. It's quite unfortunate that things fall apart in this country. Prince Ayotek from Arena Market. Who knows whether it is Nigeria that happened to them that is making them talk this way. So you never know. You never know. Anyway, let me take this final call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Please, can you keep it short because our time is over. You are the final caller.
All right. My name is Mark.
Okay, Mark.
Yeah. So let me keep it short.
Yes.
I won't be able to contribute to any topic. But let me keep it short.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it, right? I think, for instance, I am a supporter of the government.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And I'm so intimidated listening to people, even from the studio. I'm so disappointed. Listening to how you throw jabs and banters on AB, who has a different opinion. Okay, because I believe that
AB doesn't have a different opinion. Please don't get us wrong. AB doesn't have a different opinion. He has no opinion because these are facts that are on Google, and you Google it, and he refused to
accept it.
Some our reserve fell from 50 to 48, and he's saying that is a gain. That is not a different opinion. That is not a different opinion. So say something else. Go ahead.
Times that I call in here. Times that I call in here. That I put out some facts.
Yes.
Okay, against some misinformation that is coming out of here.
Yeah.
And no one has been able to prove it, right? So even if let's believe it out. Let's suppose that he makes a mistake or put out some.
Let's cut it short this morning. Just give us some of the facts that you have been given us.
No, the fact is this. The fact is
like what we are talking
about.
Yes.
We're talking about Peter Osifo. He has to call him because he was intimidated. He was not protected. right? So it's AB right now.
Do you
So
realize
if I
that
call
Peter
you
Oshifo
frequently-
was invited to this station? Are you aware of
How?
that?
It wouldn't be.
He
Even
came
if
to
you
the
invite me
station.
to, I won't
Yeah.
be able to come.
No,
because I am not
then if
protected.
you're not able to
I'm
come
not- I'm not
and if you're not
protected.
able to come and you sit behind the screen to talk, then you're not making any point.
Do you
It's
know
not
Segun
intimidation.
Shomi?
You
Do
see,
know Segun
people
Shomi?
today.
Segun Shomi was invited into your station,
Yeah.
and right there he was insulted. He had to reply, but Esther had to caution him and say, "You know what, you're on stage," and that's why he said, "I can't sit down here and listen to people insult me." Do you understand? So people who have
what
a
is
different
insult?
opinion or support the government,
What
they
is
have
insult?
their reasons for doing that.
Apparently,
If I have
apparently he
support
doesn't
the
know that there are a lot
government,
of
I support.
messages that insult us,
Thank
but we
you.
just ignore them.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure today, maybe other days, but today I'm not sure you really made a point. This is not insult. The things that they say to us, you cannot even compare what you think is insult that with the things they say to us. If you have a different opinion, is that okay? Our reserves didn't come down here. This is the reason why the figures are being called this way. But this is not what AB said. And if I've ever been insulted, I've been insulted because of this AB a lot of times, because I give him the time. It is his right to say whatever he needs to say. But sometimes he says these things, and it is not a different opinion. It's just a distraction. And that's why people are complaining. That's not intimidation. If you have your facts, bring the facts. We will say, we didn't see that well.
We're sorry.
Well, yes, and we will apologize. But we read. Maybe you think we don't read. We read before we come here to say the things. Okay, like today I've talked about insecurity. Eventually, my own cousin is one of those soldiers that were killed.
And nobody has mentioned
Nobody
it.
mentioned it. They said just 2 people. So if you come supporting the government, which said only 2 security people were killed, 2 army men were killed, that my cousin was not part of it. It was not mentioned. But there were a lot of them. If you go, and I can still tell you, go to the Facebook page of Mike Arnold and then look at that picture. That picture is of my cousin. So when I say that insecurity is getting worse, and you say I should be neutral, I should not say the truth, it doesn't work that way. Anyway, this is where we wrap up. Prince Chinaka.
Let's go out there, get your voter's card,
Simple.
and get ready.
Yeah, as simple as that. Okay, until we meet again tomorrow for another edition of the Front Page Review. My name is Nyamgul Agaji. I'll be back at 10:30 for the brunch. Stay with us.